I realised putting together this reading how much walking has been in what I've written over the years, even in different contexts. So next I'd like to read from Mind on Fire, a memoir of madness and recovery, published by Penguin Ireland in 2018 and shortlisted for the Wellcome Book Prize. I live with a diagnosis of bipolar disorder, and this book details the worst effects of and then recovery from that condition. At my lowest, I became psychotic, paranoid and delusional, and ended up for a brief period homeless in London. The extract I'll read today is from the chapter called Rough Sleeper, which details that episode. Walking. Walking all day. Walking until exhausted, then trying to sit somewhere to shelter from the cold for a while. A train station, the underground, a museum, a fast food joint where the owner takes pity on me and gives me a meal without my asking. Sitting indoors as long as possible before being moved on, then walking again. My only comfort, the cigarettes I constantly pum off passers-by and can never get enough of. Then more walking, until night, then finding some cardboard, a doorway, a place to sleep. Trying to stay out of sight for safety, not always succeeding. Waking one night in a doorway to the sound of spattering liquid, looking up to see that there are 3 well-dressed yobs out for the night, drunk, seeking a quick laugh. They stand over me and cover me in their urine. Dawn that day finds me down at the steps of the embankment, washing myself in the river. Sometimes stopping out of sheer exhaustion, unable to walk any further, any doorway, any park, any bench. Waking one freezing morning, having been shaken. Harsh morning, a bench by the edge of a busy road. A man standing over me, still shaking my shoulder. He stands back when I wake. Sorry, he says. I thought you were dead. On Christmas Day, the lights are bright on Oxford Street, but all I can think of is the sleet that begins to fall. I walk in a near empty city, hour after hour, no hope of getting change. It looks like I will not eat this day. Then behind King's Cross Station, I find a shop open. When I enter, the heat is like a blessing. Behind the counter, a man nods to me. He is Muslim, and we talk about the photographs on the covers of the Middle Eastern newspapers the shop sells. A picture of a young boy serving tea particularly strikes me. He seems so innocent and full of joy. The shopkeeper intends to close soon, but he listens to my story and lets me stay by the heater and really warm myself. Later, he gives me food. For him, it is zakat. For me, it is life itself. Finally, he has to close the shop. He asks where I'm going to go now for the remainder of Christmas Day, for Christmas night. Out there, I tell him. We stand outside in the cold as he pulls down the shutters and locks up. Then I turn to go. Wait, he says to me, and he goes back into the shop. The cold seeps back into my bones again as I wait, watch the empty streets around me, think of the night ahead in a doorway. The door of the shop opens again, and the shopkeeper returns. He thrusts something under my arm with a nod, a carton of cigarettes, 12 full packs. This makes me smile, the first genuine smile in months. Something to get me through the night ahead, walking now until I find a doorway I feel is safe and sheltered enough to sleep in. Another light on the streets of London in winter, another night freezing, lost.